What is good, spectacular people? This is SFC Spectacular, your NCOIC for all things entertaining on this channel. Welcome back. Welcome back if you are returning. And if this is your first time here, thank you for joining me. I hope today will be the day you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know all the stuff that the YouTube people ask you to do. But today's video is going to be about why black women hate Kevin Samuels' beloved Derrick Jaxn. And I think some people think they've figured this out. To other people, it's mysteries. But I'm going to try my best to lay out my case for why this happens. Now let's head straight away into the number one reason I'm going to put down here. And I'll have some writings on screen. But modern black women hate accountability. They have many childlike qualities. They lack maturity to deal with many logical situations, as you can see on Kevin's show. It's been said that a woman stopped maturing at the age she has her first child. And this shows in many of Kevin Samuels' guests. When being held account for their actions, many women will blame everyone around them, and in some cases, their own children. Case in point, whenever a little girl says, "Your boyfriend touched me, mommy," and they be like, "Nah," and they pass it off, and it's somebody else's fault, but let's get back on track. They repeat themselves without purpose. What his name is, what his name is, what his name is, stuff like that. They seek attention and validation, whether negative or positive, just like a child. A lot of them rely on the government to make it, like a child depends on its parents. See cuckoo flu when women did anything the CDC said. I remember one time there was a woman, and this woman was white, who locked her child inside the room because the CDC said, "Oh, it's contagious," and she cried and posted about it and was like, "Oh, my baby." Lady, you're supposed to be in charge, not the CDC. They only give guidelines. But back on track. Worst of all, when you say any of this publicly, like this video will probably be received, they deny it and they dogpile on the person making these observations. So let's move into the second reason why these women love Derrick and hate Kevin Samuels. And that's because Derrick and men like Derrick will tell them anything they want to hear. Most dusty dudes do this because, as the old saying goes, it's easier to fool someone than to convince them they are being fooled. Modern women are easy to manipulate. Women love praise and adulation because that's their nature. You can see the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Twitters. Look at them fall over themselves over there, posting pictures, begging for likes. Look at Father's Day, how they can't let it be about just fathers. For as far back as I can remember, way back to 2010, women have been patting themselves on the back for the mistakes they've made. And when I say mistakes they've made, you chose unilaterally to be a single mother. Whether it was you chose the right man that wouldn't stay with you, or you chose it because, hell, you gone alone and you want to be on a hero's quest, fool's quest as I call it. But for whatever reason, you created the problem. Oh man. Women love praise and adulation because that's their nature. This makes them easy to fool and by extension, easy to control. Derrick is the perfect mix of he look good and he's saying what I want to hear. Mr. Samuels, on the other hand, tells these women what they need to hear and not a comfortable lie. These modern women know what Kevin Samuels is saying is true, and it scares them. Think about the act of dying alone. Doesn't seem bad at first because no one really knows when that'll be. So they think, well, it could be any time. I got time, women think. But deep down, they know they don't. Women love to talk to anyone, whether it be woman, man, dog, or cat. So to be alone is punishment for them. Back to the childlike qualities. Children don't like being ignored, and neither do these women. Late at night, when most of them are in bed and it's around 12:30 a.m., 12:45, and the Mr. Lonely sets in, and Bob, the battery-operated buddy, can't solve all her problems, because there's nothing like flesh-on-flesh contact to a woman. Then they have to wake up and fight with 2 to 4 kids and get them dressed as those kids run around screaming, Ideal morning, ain't it? Then the kids grow up or get lost to the streets, i.e. killed or in jail, and now she will be all alone. And we all know past a certain age, women can't have kids. So you can't just have more kids. You've turned your back on men. So the only logical thing is for them to get a pet, and as Kevin says, die alone. Married women, couples that is, go through empty nest syndrome. Pull up that dictionary. Look it up. So if a married couple misses their kid, they have each other to lean on. Single mothers, however, go through empty nests alone, but because they have no man to lean on, they often, but not always, but often impede on their adult children's life and lifestyle. Bro, there is nothing glamorous in being a single mom. Nothing. And I don't know why they do it. Waking up early to get kids ready, stanky breath, milk, piss everywhere, less hangout time with your friends, less time to date properly. The list goes on. Hey, if you want to wear this on your sleeve like a badge of courage, go ahead, ladies. But I tell you, it's futile. Let's move to the next reason. Men like Derrick Jaxn know that if they butter you up, they don't have to work. Men like Derrick Jaxn get the milk without buying the cow. They don't have to provide. They don't have to protect. They don't need to honor you. None of these things, because they can always fall back and feed your ego. Baby, you so awesome and beautiful. I couldn't do anything without you, queen. And boom, hype you up. Next thing you know, you're doing it instead of them with a simple flip of the wrist and some words. Basically, these dusty dudes become your next son until either you get tired of him or he finds a new better chick to butter up. These type of men have manipulated, twisted, and repurposed a mother's love. You should do everything for a man because you, the woman, is the stronger of the two. That's the philosophy they peddle to the woman, and these women take it hook, line, and sinker and end up taking on any Tom, Dick, and Harry, sorry, poor, dusty some bitches. And lastly, Derrick Jaxn feeds into the programming of the modern day women, while Kevin Samuels is the catalyst. The programming up to this point has been, we've been oppressed. We're strong and independent. We can't make it on our own. It's all men's fault. All of that stuff from Ricky Lake, Oprah Winfrey, Madonna, all these feminist women have said this for ages, have messed up, and now that things aren't working out for them, instead of admitting defeat, these women double down. It's still men's fault, they say. Derrick Jaxn feeds the programming by reinforcing the narrative that everything is men's fault, therefore removing the need for accountability, and furthermore taking away the need to or realization of self-improvement. But you see, Kevin Samuels fights that programming by simply introducing nature and traditionalism. In other words, reality and accountability. And those are just a few reasons I came up with of why women favor Derrick Jaxn over Kevin Samuels. And if you've got logics in your head and some common sense, which I hate to mention, but it's not so common these days, you can realize these things too. And to the women out there listening to this, don't be offended. Take it how it is. Let me give some bonus tips on why men like and support Kevin Samuels. He speaks up for them, which is, of course, where some men can't articulate or have the right vocabulary to express themselves, Kevin can get it done. And that's why some of these men take to him. Well, other men who fear shame or repercussion, whether it be in the workplace, social media, and beyond, Kevin can convey these arguments of logic. They can't. Finally, but most importantly, what Kevin Samuels says is undeniably truth-based in logic and centuries-old roots, some hunter-gatherer type-ish. It'll work. The building and strengthening of the core family should be something any healthy and functioning adult should want. Hey guys, another video in the bag, and this one was a little bit tougher than usual. As you know, one misword, one wrong saying, you'll end up on Twitter, world star, somebody twisted your words, all that good stuff. So I kind of wanted to be careful on how I put this one together. It's a touchy subject to some people. Also, I wanted to make sure I get the words right to convey the message to a lot of people who need to hear from Kevin Samuels and stop listening to Derrick Jaxn. I've done comedy videos on Derrick, but he needs to get serious sometime, and he is not good for women at all. And to any women listening out there, man, just know that you can do everything right and still not find the right man, because there are more women than men. That's just how it is in the world. That's how it's always been. So all I can say to you is try to straight up and fly right and forget that Derrick Jaxn crap, man. Hey guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Watch me on Instagram. Watch me on my other YouTube channel, Gaming So Spectacular. But until next time, take care of yourselves. And remember, if you can't be good, be good at it. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.